Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mark Menezes, local realtor here in Riverside, and this is another episode of Lunch at Made, where every single week, Wednesday at noon, I hang out with someone doing amazing things here in Riverside. We talk about their story and what they're doing. We have lunch, they pick lunch, and same thing, and I know what we're having for lunch today. So she's gonna go ahead and tell me. We did a little bit different, but our guest today is Nicole. Her and her husband Brian started Orale Shrimp Cocktail out of Riverside. It's unbelievable. Their story is really cool, so I look forward to her sharing it with you guys. So, but what exactly are we eating? What did you bring?
So today we're going to be eating some of our shrimp cocktails. So Orale shrimp cocktails, we have spicy and non-spicy, so you get to choose from which flavor you'd like. It comes with chips and soda.
Awesome. And if you're watching right now, if you're in Riverside, the first 15 people that come down here to Made in Riverside, Made Shop, we'll actually give you free lunch and we'll give you some. So first 15 people, you can hang out and watch the show. Just be quiet when you come in. So just, if you can, just stop what you're doing and come down here. So
Yeah, sounds good.
So delicious.
Hope to see y'all.
So just slide in a little bit.
Already.
So I came across you, we came across each other on social media, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What, is that a year ago now or a little less than a year?
I think a little under a year.
A little under a year, yeah.
It was a while ago though.
That's amazing about social media. Is me putting out content, I've met so many other really cool business owners. A lot of the guests even that we have planned on here and some that have my old podcast were other people starting businesses locally here, and social media is just a great place. Obviously not to just promote your product, but to connect. So tell us the story, like go back, like before this started, what was the first conception and idea of starting the business?
So it goes back probably like 10 years or so. My husband loves shrimp cocktails, and he would always go to different Mexican restaurants to try to find a good one. He was never really satisfied, and him and I just decided to make our own shrimp cocktail one day at home and mess around with the ingredients and see, just come up with something that we like. We did it for a while, and then finally we hit that sweet spot where we said, hey, that's the one. We got to write it down. We got to just keep making it every weekend and enjoying the meal. So it's been quite a few years that I've been cooking that for my husband every Sunday, especially during the summers when it's hot. And I think it was last summer, he told me that, Nicole, you really got to share this recipe with people. This food's really good, and I think more people should be trying your food. And I told him, oh, yeah, that's cool. But in my head, I thought, yeah, that's silly. Like, no.
Like, yeah, sure, okay.
But to be honest with you, what you were saying about the social media is that I actually, through our other business, Stay Cool Handyman at the time, I was noticing a lot of female entrepreneurs on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and whatnot. And I started thinking about it that same night he told me, and I was like, you know what? I see women selling candies, I see women selling cups and pies and all kinds of stuff, and there's a few of them I've interacted with in the past, and I've made friends with them, and I just thought, you know what? That would be kind of cool. I already have my recipes set in, I think I should try it, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to put together, we'll get a logo set up, we'll figure out a name, everything that goes with it, and just start it pretty solid. And it was a fun process. It was pretty cool. And then we started Instagram, social media, all that, and people started buying, and we got into our micro enterprise home kitchen through the county of Riverside, which is a really cool opportunity they have.
How did you, so that's, I really want to talk about that, because obviously your food's amazing, and spoiler alert, I've had it before, it is amazing, but I'm excited to eat it again. Obviously the food's amazing, you guys are great, we've been able to connect a few times. But how did you first hear about that? Because so you had the food, right? This is the food. It's great. You have the idea. Let's get it out to people.
Yeah.
So how did you hear about the micro enterprise home kitchen, and when did that start?
To be honest, I don't really recall. I feel like maybe I seen somebody on Facebook said something, and it triggered me to look into it. From what I recall, I think that's how I found out about it, and then I just started looking deeper into it, and seeing that we qualify because we're in Riverside, and we have our kitchen, and I did the steps. I went and got my certification, my food safety through the state, and did all the other little steps that was required. And then the health department came over and they did an inspection of the kitchen and everything, and made sure we had all our safety procedures in place. and you pay a fee. It's a yearly fee, and then they do a yearly inspection, and you're basically ready to go. You could sell your food legally and healthy and whatnot, and you're certified, and it feels good.
Yeah,
It's a good feeling because it was a big accomplishment. It was a lot of steps. You know,
Yeah.
it took us a while, and it was cool.
So just like what a restaurant goes through, you have to pay the license, get
Mm-hmm.
your business license. You have to have the safety department come out, food and health, and check and make sure you're good to go, and then you're able to do it.
Yeah, and insurance, and then the state license as well.
Yeah.
So it was fun stuff.
So then that was good to go, and then was social media really your main platform and how you were putting the word out?
Yeah, it's been very helpful.
Yeah.
Yes, most of our business is through Instagram and Facebook, and then word of mouth. Once people start trying our stuff, it just spreads. So, yeah.
And with the micro enterprise home kitchen, like just so people that don't understand or know exactly what it is, what are the limits? Like what exactly does it mean? Like what can you do? What can't you do?
So they give you a cap of about 50 grand that you could make per year on your income for the business, and I believe it's like 30 meals a day that you could serve, like a cap. I haven't reached that yet, but that's the goal. And I believe that's it.
So because you do events too, right? So is that separate? Like you can sell more than 30 if you're at an event. Is that just out of your house? Or how does that work?
Yeah, I believe that's in total.
In total, okay. Okay. So then you started doing events, right? Doing events. So how long after you got the license and were selling at home did you start doing events right away?
Yeah, we started getting into that to spread the word and everything, especially when spring and summer came around. It was a really big thing to be doing all of that, and you start to network with people. It opens the door for meeting other small businesses, which is always fun. I've met a lot of other small businesses, and they're sometimes our biggest supporters, our loyal clients. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys didn't grow up in Riverside, right?
No.
Remind me where you guys were in
Orange
LA?
County.
Orange County,
Yeah. I grew up in Fullerton and Placentia, Buena Park, just around Orange County. My husband grew up in Tustin, and we met in Fullerton, and we decided to move out here about 4 years ago. And we had our son out here, and
he's so cute, by the way.
Thank you. My easy, my little boy. And so we were out here closer to his mom, his family, and whatnot, and she gave us an opportunity to be in her home. So, yeah.
So then so the show's called Lunch at Made, and so obviously each week we're talking to people that are doing cool things in Riverside. Some people grew up here, some people moved here, and so I'm always interested to get people's perspective that have come to Riverside, and I work with a lot of people in my normal job that do that. How did you what was your first, tell me about some of your first experiences moving to Riverside, local businesses, from your guys' perspective from coming outside of it.
Well, it's actually really funny and a coincidence, because one of my first experiences that really impressed me was coming here to the Made Show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 4 years ago I did come here with my daughter. We were just exploring Riverside, and we came across the shop, and I noticed it's expanded since then, but it was just that side.
Yeah.
My daughter and I bought a few items. It was, I believe, for Father's Day for my husband.
Okay.
And I started seeing the rain cross everywhere, and I started seeing how there's just a lot of love for the city of Riverside. And I didn't know the history, much of it behind it, So it was pretty cool to start exploring, with my daughter and whatnot. So it's been really cool living here. I love the city. My family loves it. I love this. I wish I would have grown up out here, to be honest. I've been missing out.
Yeah. It makes me really excited.
It's a great community.
It really is. It makes me excited, and Rico, why we started doing this is people are moving to this area because LA and Orange County is really expensive. Some people can't afford it. And at first they're like, well, I guess we'll go to Riverside. And then a lot of people like you, they're coming here and finding out, wow, this is actually a great place. There's great businesses, there's great entrepreneurs, there's good people. And so people like you that are coming here excites us, because you're not just coming to take and experience it, but you're bringing your own talents and your own gifts, and you're making it even better.
Yeah, it is. It's very for small business owners. There's a lot of opportunity out here. We started our first business, our handyman business, Stay Cool Handyman, and then we started Orale Shrimp Cocktails, and now we have our third business, which is Stay Cool Airflow AC and Heating. So my husband's a contractor in HVAC, and he does that. I help him with all his administrative. And so we run the three businesses here in Riverside, and it's been a beautiful experience. We've been able to support our family, pay our bills, and live a decent life in Riverside. And we hope to buy soon in Riverside. So, yeah, we might hit you up. We might hit you up.
I might listen. So tell us, so obviously people can order it, they can pick it up at your house,
Yes.
right? They go to your, what's the easiest way, website, through Instagram?
As of right now, just Instagram, you can send me a message, or my phone number, it's kind of plastered everywhere, my business card and whatnot. If you text me, call me, Instagram, Facebook, just let me know what you would like your order to be, and then I could have it ready for you. I could send you the menu if you don't already have it, and then you could curbside pick up at my home, or we could arrange for a delivery. And I deliver all over the Inland Empire, so yeah, we have a lot of businesses that order for like lunchtime, you know, like banks and offices, insurance places and whatnot. And we do catering, so if, events or birthday parties, family get-togethers. We also have like party trays you could just order and pick up, or I could deliver.
Yeah.
So I had a question.
Yeah.
So like what was like the biggest hurdle? Like what was like, if you look back on it, it hasn't been all pie in the sky, right? Or it hasn't been?
It's
So
been
share
fun,
like the real
yeah.
things about like, so you have three businesses.
Yes.
So you must be killing it.
Yeah.
Or someone said, you
A lot
got three
of
businesses, you're
anxiety.
lucky. It's funny, the harder you work,
No,
the
it
luckier
is
you
hard
get.
work.
Yeah.
It is. It's a lot of work.
So share some of that part, the struggles and stuff. And so people that are thinking about this and they go, I feel this. There's lots of people that I've talked to at least that, they say, it's just so hard. Yeah, we felt the same way, and this is what we did. So do you want to share some of those kind of things?
Yeah. I mean, recently, we've with our HVAC business, I came across a little bit of a stump, with business taxes and whatnot, and just managing my office a different way. So I've learned a lot of great new things. I've had some help with a local bookkeeper, and I was, really stressing out for a minute. It was one of those moments in business where I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, I need help. But I found the help, and I just sat back. I tried to take it easy and level out my anxiety. And, now we're doing better. I'm on the right track for our businesses. And it's been, I mean, we always have our struggles.
I would say one of the struggles that she's not mentioning about the food is the weather.
Really?
The change in weather, especially with the type of food that we serve, is the struggle. Like right now, people aren't really thinking about cold food.
That is true.
Right.
Yeah, it is true.
So do you think about trying to step it up with the hot food? Is there a hot food that you guys do?
Not yet, but maybe pozole. I don't know. Pozole. The winter's coming, so maybe.
And what about, especially too, like maybe supply issues? Like, I don't know, as with the Alder design side, we struggle with supply issues at times.
Oh, yeah.
And I know everybody's doing it, so like, do you guys have you struggled with that?
Yeah, I have actually. Recently with my packaging, I started off with a certain type of packaging for my food, and I got used to it, and recently I haven't been able to find lids for the jars that I like to serve my food in. So I was on a hunt going everywhere, asking other small business owners, and I got a lot of good advice, but I just couldn't find what I needed. So I had to switch up the packaging, and that sort of, that was a bit scary because I wasn't sure how people were going to respond to the new little change. Nobody's been affected that bad by it yet, but nobody's complained.
Also, the size of shrimp. You'd be surprised, but the size of shrimp varies also. We're constantly hunting for that perfect size shrimp that we want to serve our customers. And sometimes it's a little too small or a little too big.
Yeah.
Well, those are the things there's a real, that gives you your product though. Those are the real things. Like with Rihanna when she makes the candles, the same thing. I talk about the jars, and it's about the pour. So she had the formula for this jar, and it's like, so she can't get that jar. Those are the real struggles. Yes. Not real struggles, but those are No one ever hears about those ones.
Yeah, we go through it. We do.
What about the avocados?
Also, like choosing different type of crowds that we want to serve our food to. And at one time we're aiming towards, okay, we want to just aim for the Chicano crowd. And then we realized, you know what, actually everybody loves our food. It's not just the Chicano crowd. So then we actually took that completely out of, we're going to just do lowrider events, or we're going to just do michelada events. But then now we do all events, it doesn't matter. And our food.
Now it's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
For everybody. Everybody loves
We can all eat
it.
it.
Yes, we can.
So what types of events are you guys doing right now?
Right now, none. Curbside pickup.
Just curbside pickup, yeah.
Yeah.
And is there, as long as they give you enough notice, they can get it any day, or is there certain days?
Yeah, as long as I have like 1 to 2 day notice,
Yeah.
most of the time I'm available to whip it up and then they could come pick up or I could deliver.
Awesome, so I'm dying to try some of the food. So
Okay.
can we do that?
Yes, let's do this. All right.
All right, so what do we have? There's 2 different types, right?
There's 2 different types. So we have our spicy shrimp cocktail and we have our non-spicy shrimp cocktail.
I have to do spicy.
Spicy, okay. And today we have just the OG. I didn't add any mango or pineapple, but those are always options.
Oh, okay.
So let's get
What
you-
about Rico had mentioned, like with the avocados, I'm sure that's a struggle too.
Oh,
I
yeah, definitely.
mean, I love avocado, and it's like, it's either too hard or it's gone. It's like you have this small window, so.
Yeah, I buy like same day or like the night before
Okay.
when it comes to avocados because it is, very touchy with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm driving around a lot of places to try to find the perfect avocado, to be honest, And then the pricing, so it always varies, the sizes and whatnot.
Do people at the stores call you the avocado lady?
No.
Always someone-
Not yet.
You've been called the shrimp lady though, haven't you?
I have been
Yeah.
called the shrimp lady. I have, yes.
Didn't you say, we were talking the other day that somebody in public recognized you from social media?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she actually has a small business as well. She does taco catering with her
Okay.
family. And her daughter had seen me. We were at a store, and she said, "Hey, that's the shrimp lady." And I heard it as she walked by, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, are they talking about me?" I'm like, "Shrimp lady."
You're famous.
And so they came back, and the mom had mentioned to me, we see you guys on social media all the time, and this and that, and my daughter wants to try your food, and we linked up eventually. We got them some food, and I catered one of her parties, and she's been a big supporter as well, and I've taken a lot of note because I admire her work too.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I've been a few places where, thank
So
you.
I'm gonna try it. If you wanna try it, we still have a few spots. So if you're local to Riverside, come down to the Maid Shop and we have some, you can try it for free. It's really, really good. If you're hungry, come on down, but I'm gonna try it right now. I've had it before, but it's been a while. Oh, it's so good. It's definitely spicy, for sure. But it's not too spicy. It's just the right amount. And the avocados, so good. So how often do you guys eat it? Yeah, still.
I don't really make it for us anymore, to be honest. I make it for others now. I used to make it every weekend, but now when I make it for others, I always set aside a bit, and then
Yeah.
my husband and I will enjoy a plate or two, and that's about it. But
Yeah.
I don't make it for us personally anymore. But this recipe, the spicy OG, is actually my husband's. It's
really?
his favorite. And our non-spicy OG was, we just started with the spicy one. And then people started asking, "Hey, do you have non-spicy?" And I was like, "No, like I didn't even have a sauce, made for that yet." And people kept asking, and I was getting nervous, I was like, "Well, I feel the pressure. I think I should do something about this." And specifically, my neighbor, he would order all the time, but he says, "Nicole, you got to figure something out because I need something not spicy, He's like, "But I love your food." Like, he kept ordering it. And so I was like, okay, challenge accepted. I got to figure this out. So I figured out, it took me a while, but I figured out a sauce that hit good, and he tried it and he approved of it. So I was like, all right, that's it. That's my non-spicy sauce. So it's really popular as well. People order it all the time. So yeah, I mean, it's been fun creating that extra recipe on that sauce. And my sauce is homemade, so you can't find it in stores. It's all homemade, you know, with different ingredients, so you won't ever taste the same unless somebody, you know, decides to whip up something similar. But
Yeah, and it's so good. I mean, your shrimp are always, shrimp are, they can be too chewy or just trying to hit that perfect. Your shrimp are always great. Every time I've had it, it's the right size. Your avocado is always soft, not too hard. I hate when you get a shrimp cocktail and the avocado is like super hard. So you guys do an amazing job.
thank you. I really do put a lot of my heart and my energy and my soul into when I make my batches. I make them one batch at a time, and I really do put a lot of love into it. I love to see people's reactions when they eat the food, their feedback when they post on Instagram or they message me directly or they'll call me or just when they see me next time. All the comments we get on it, it's just that I think that's one of the best parts of this business. It's really just the feedback and how excited people are for the food. It's crazy. People are excited for my food.
I was excited for you to come, but I was also excited for the food too.
Thank
so.
you, thank you.
But thanks so much for coming out. So definitely check it out. Go to their Instagram. Make sure you give them a follow. Reach out to Nicole if you want to order it. Again, you can order it like for your family. You can order it for a party at your house. You can order it for the office or lunch. Ton of businesses out there that are looking for something different other than like sandwiches and pizza. So it's a good alternative for an office party or just Friday afternoon lunch. So make sure if you're watching this right now live on Made, then you're also following them. If you're not, if you're watching the recorded version, make sure you follow Made Riverside in Instagram. And then every Wednesday we go live. You can watch the live version. Make sure you set the notifications on your Instagram account under the Made Shop Instagram so you get a notification every time we go live. And if you can't make it for whatever reason on a Wednesday, you can see it on Facebook. We also have a YouTube channel now. You can see it as well. All the links will be in here. So thanks so much again for coming out.
You're welcome.
I'll
Thank you for having me.
We still have a little bit more food, so if you're local, come on down to Made and meet Nicole and Brian and try some of the food. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
It's so good.